Welcome back to the channel. I'm Colin, and this will be a review on the Fosi DS3 dongle deck. Fosi Audio's latest dongle deck that retails for $99.99. Fosi claims this is the world's first ever dongle deck with an XMOS powered USB chip. The XMOS chip, from what I know, is responsible for DSP processing and power management. This little deck also has a few pretty unique features, but let's go through the unboxing of the DS3 and we'll talk more about the features later. So this is the box that DS3 comes in. After opening the box, there's a quick start guide that shows you the controls of the DS3 in gaming and hi-fi mode. Then there's a user manual. Underneath we have the DS3, a USB-C to C cable, and a USB-A adapter. So that's it for the unboxing. So here's the DS3. Mine's in black or obsidian. It's also available in galaxy color. It uses an ESS ES9039Q2M DAC chip. Power output wise, it's able to output a maximum of 110 milliwatts through its mini jack and 220 milliwatts through its balance jack at 32 ohms load. Honestly, that is pretty low for dongle decks nowadays, though if you're going to be using IEMs, it should be sufficient. The design of the DS3 is quirky. The case is made out of CNC aluminum. The back has a glass panel. The most interesting thing is this thing on the front. I thought the arrows would light up in gaming mode, but apparently it's just a window. No lights, no display or anything. When the DS3 is powered, there's an always-on RGB light on the back glass panel. It's slightly annoying and I hope there will be a way to turn it off when the app comes out in the future. Now this brings us to the features. Fosi promises that there will be a web-based app to control the DS3 that should unlock the 8-band PEQ feature of the DS3. At the time of this review, it's not available yet, so I couldn't test it. If the PEQ is a key feature for you, I would suggest you wait for it to be released first to see how it's implemented. So there are two modes for the DS3, Hi-Fi and Gaming mode. When you plug in the DS3, it goes to Hi-Fi mode by default. The red light indicates that it's in Hi-Fi mode. Short press the volume buttons to switch between high and low gain. When the LED is still, it's in low gain. When the LED is flashing, means that the device is in high gain mode. You can choose between 8 digital filters by long pressing both buttons. So we just switched to filter 2. It lets you know when you're on filter 8 by flashing twice, and then it will go back to filter 1. I didn't really compare the filters, as it's really fiddly to switch between them. Hopefully the app that should be coming will allow filter choices in app. If you press any volume button, then plug it in, it gets you into gaming mode or UAC1 mode. Long press both buttons to toggle between sound effects. Yellow is no effect. Blue LED is FPS mode. It kind of pushes down the bass and mid-range and boosts the upper mid-range and treble frequency for more perceived clarity when you're doing competitive gaming. Last, Virtual 7.1 mode. It converts 7.1 channel audio from games into 2-channel audio, or it also expands the soundstage of 2-channel content you put through it. A bit like X-Bass in iFi products. I didn't try using 7.1 audio with the DS3, but I did run some stereo content in this mode. It does slightly expand the stage by a tiny bit, so it may be a feature you want to use if you are streaming movies on it. A weird thing between the two modes is that UAC1 sounds much louder than UAC2. I think that there is a default pre-gain adjustment that is set in UAC2 that you will be able to adjust in the web app. It's probably lowered in UAC2 to leave headroom for EQ adjustments, but right now, there's no way to adjust that yet. so the volume of UAC2 will be softer than UAC1. To describe the sound of the DS3, I actually compared to both the FEIO KA17 and iBasso DC07 Pro, which are older but more expensive dongle DACs than the DS3. But anyways, DACs do sound in general quite similar to each other, so it would make more sense for me to compare the sound of it to other DACs. I compared the sound of the 3 dongle DACs using Fosi IM4 single-ended and Kiwi Ear Subtet balanced. I found that the DS3 has the most controlled or tamed treble between all the 3 DACs. It does have a bit of a tonal warmth in the mid-range and bass region when compared. The DC07 Pro has the airiest treble, followed by the KA17. And then is the DS3. The treble of the DS3 just sounds slightly rounded off. But when we compare the mid-range and bass, the DS3 seems to have most bass quantity among the 3. There's also a smoothness and slight warmth in the mid-range that sounds very familiar to the KA17, while the DC07 Pro has a more airy mid-range and quicker bass. The soundstage, though it will depend a lot of your IEMs, I think the DS3 has slightly narrower and smaller soundstage than the other 2 options I have here. Now let's talk about efficiency and power draw. I tested the DS3 in UAC2 mode in my measurement rig. When it's idling, it draws about 54 milliamps per hour. And when it's playing, it draws about 95 milliamps per hour. Interestingly, the power draw doesn't change at all, no matter if you're using balanced or single-ended, and it's basically the same in high and low gain. The efficiency is pretty good, basically aligns with the DC07 Pro in high gain, and much lower than the KA17. In summary, I think the DS3 is a pretty good dongle for IEMs. The XMOS chip enables DSP features we don't see in other dongle DACs. The DS3 sounds great and is small and lightweight. It is also pretty efficient and doesn't draw a lot of power from your phone. I would prefer more power output if I were to use full-size headphones or planar headphones. But if you only use IEMs, these would be more than enough. I would also be very interested in how the web-based app would work for the DS3. With the addition of the PEQ features, the DS3 may actually be the most feature-rich dongle DAC. I think Fosi did a great job in bringing new features into this tiny form factor. So this is the end of my review. Let me know if you have any questions about the DS3 in the comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't, and thank you very much for watching.